Yes, yes, it is that time. It is time to talk about Sephiroth because, I mean, let's just be honest, that's what we were all waiting for. Like, even through Remake, we were all thinking, like, I cannot wait for Nibelheim. I cannot wait to put my hands on this character and see what he's like. Right up front, it's gonna be different, right? Obviously, this is an action RPG instead of a turn-based, but one thing that stood out to me just in the aesthetics is Sephiroth has to be a lot more active now, which changes the way it feels, because like when we went through Nibelheim in the turn-based, he doesn't do anything. He doesn't move hardly at all, right? So it gives this sense of like, no effort, I raise my hand, everything dies. So you're a little more active in this, obviously, but Sephiroth is insane. His damage, like straight off the bat, is crazy high. Now on the surface, he seems simple, and there is like a simple elegance to it, but it's more in the momentum of Sephiroth. And the way this all starts is with parry. So most characters, you hold block, and that puts you into a block state, and that's how you block your damage. And if you time it perfect, you get perfect block. Well, Sephiroth doesn't do that at all, which is, I find, awesome. It's super cool because he's a sword-based character like Cloud, but plays nothing like you literally have two different styles of sword combat instead of just like, well, we're just gonna reuse the soldier combat from Cloud and put different moves. No, they really thought him through completely differently, and that's why he's so awesome to play as. Because just aside from like huge damage, when you hit the block button, he goes into a block stance, and this puts him pretty much at a standstill, but your attack becomes parry. And this is wild because you get to time every single parry to become immune to every single hit of every single move. There was not a move that we could not parry with Sephiroth, straight up. If you could time it, you could parry it, you were immune, you were a badass, and it was awesome. And as you parry, you build up his aura or his momentum. You do that through combos too, but you build all this stuff up, and he just all of a sudden he becomes a monster. He just becomes unimaginably fast and swift, and it is so fun. It's the very first thing. Sephiroth moves fast, and that should be no surprise to us. The dude is fast. He attacks at long distances. He moves. He shoots in his instead of having like a traditional dodge, he's got like a teleport. He's got like a bison teleport. I'm up in your face and now you're dying type of thing, which I just find really cool. His regular movement speed is really cool. I love his teleport. His heavy attack is not a sword move. It's a ranged attack. It doesn't do a ton of damage, and you can alter when you do it to mix up your combos. So like, if you have like the pierce ability and you're doing like a big combo, you hold that on the last, and then it'll reset his aura combo. And instead of like ending, his big sword combo, hitting triangle and getting the big one after that, maybe halfway through you do the ranged attack, and then you do the piercing attack if that's what you're looking for. If that's how you want to style, or that maybe there's more of a purpose in it because you're not locked into the animation long enough, or as long, to get hurt. There's different reasons for that. So that's really cool. When you are dashing, he gets a little bit of a different slash, but his basic combo and his dash combo pretty much go hand in hand together. His defensive tactics are really cool. The way he works with Cloud. If you're Cloud, he imbues the sword with damage, or if you defensive with Cloud, he'll block a ranged attack and Sephiroth will counter, which is really cool. But if you're Sephiroth, you get extra combos, so you can initiate combo, dual team combo, aura combo, and then ability combo on top of that. And that's what makes Sephiroth so freaking fun. And I really hope we get VR missions with him, because you don't get enough time to play with him. You just do not get enough time to play with him. He's way too fun. And that kind of like, you could do it with like Cloud too. You could like have Cloud Sephiroth combinations in VR missions that would just rule. That would be so fun to play. But Sephiroth's big thing, going back to his aura, is that he enhances everything. So you build Aura up, and it changes your basic attacks to have extra combos. So your first attack, if you use his signature right out of the bat without a combo, it does this piercing attack. It's a big, heavy stabbing attack that does a ton of damage, strikes really far, really at range. If you start your combo and use it partway through, the signature then becomes a backslide, like he does like a backflip attack, and he gets out of the way of combat. So if you're gonna get interrupted in combat, somebody's gonna hit you, you can use that to get, you know, to a safe distance and then reinitiate. And then the last one is if you finish the combo and you aura combo on top of you, signature attack on top of it, he does Telluric Fury, and he just goes nuts. It's another huge combo on top of a combo that just does a ton of freaking damage. And that's been super fun to play with. It destroys everything. But that's not where it stops, because when you are in aura mode and you dodge, you get access to a special dodge attack, which he spins around a whole bunch of times and just decimates everything, and it goes into your base combo, which then can go into your aura combo again. He can also do this in the air. So if you are teleporting to an air enemy, you can do his shift stance or shift attack and then into your air combo as you see fit. When you're in aura, you also get and maybe not in aura, but I noticed by the time I'm ready to do the move, I always have it. He gets a signature air move, which is a like sky splitter or something like that. It's really big, heavy downward attack. It's pretty sick. And when you're in aura, your defensive stance also gets a new move. So not only do you have parry, which does do damage if you attack with it, so it blocks and attacks at the same time, which is nifty, but you get a triangle or a signature move called retaliation. And that move is pretty good, but if you block an attack, if you parry and you get aura onto that move, it becomes counter, which is super powerful. And it still doesn't stop there. Yeah, I know, like, you're like, he looks simple at first, and a lot of times I think maybe people don't like him, they can't quite figure him out. They're like, man, he's not as powerful as I thought. Well, when you have aura, your special moves get enhanced. Yeah, pay attention to your command bar after Hell's Gate or Zanchin or whatever. Do those moves and then hit triangle at the end, and he will enhance. So like in Hell's Gate, he'll come down and do his famous stab. Bam! Huge damage. And then he waits for a split second to hit triangle. He explodes with, like, you know how he's got like that purple energy? It's like flare, but that, and it just like emanates from him. And it does a ton frick more damage. I was fighting like the zoo and the boss with that, and it destroyed him. Like things that would take me longer if I was just doing like sword combos, using those, oh my gosh, dying super fast. With Zanchin, he'll throw the two blades, and then he'll do like something Zanchin. It's a bigger blade that goes even further and can hit multiple enemies and does a ton of damage. And it's sick, but it doesn't stop there. Yes, no, it gets crazier, because with Sephiroth, if you have aura and you do his limit break, you can aura augment the end of his limit break. Yes, it is that freaking cool. You do Octaslash and then Octaslash Prime, and it decimates. And that's what's so fun about Sephiroth, is that momentum. You start with, you know, your simple moves, and you build that aura, and then you just go into a frenzy of just frickin' everything up. I cannot wait to play more Sephiroth. I hate the guy. Like, I absolutely hate the bastard. He's evil. He sucks. He should die. But that does not mean I don't want to play as him in the game, because he is too fun. And I really hope Square, and I have faith at this point. I've played both demos multiple times. Holy crap. I have so much faith in what this game is and the improvements it's already made and everything, that I'm really hoping we get a ton of VR missions to just go ham with. It was something I wanted more in Remake. I wanted more VR missions. I wanted like an arcade mode where we could just go in from the menu, you load your little file, and it will give you like a loadout of characters. You can play through different challenges, almost like a fighting game, right? Put you through these big rounds that lead up to different bosses. It would just be so fun. Like, I know it sounds stupid, but just for the sake of playing the game, because in this game, like, playing it is the reward. It is the best of a turn-based and an action RPG put together. And I don't know how to describe it to people sometimes, because like I love turn-based RPGs, you know, like traditional Final Fantasy, and I also love action RPGs like Souls games and Remake, Rebirth, whatever the last game's called, this reunion trilogy, if you will. It's just the best of both worlds, and I can't get enough of it. I just want to play it sometimes, not even to go through the story, just to put hands on the game and have fun. It's so good. Guys, tell me what you think. What's your favorite things to do about Sephiroth, or with Sephiroth? Have you figured out any cool combos or any signature moves? I'm still exploring stuff. I'm trying to do little combos, put them into different situations, and see what I can use aura on and things like that. Tell me everything, and I can't wait to hear what you guys are getting out of the game, and I will talk to you guys later.